Donald Trump just posted this incredibly disturbing video on Truth Social where he once again echoes the words of Hitler and hints at creating a unified Reich if he wins a second term. Those words are most commonly associated with the Third Reich back in Hitler's Nazi Germany. And remember, this is a pattern of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump. He has repeatedly said that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He has called them vermin. He has called for mass deportations. This is nothing new. And this is not a drill. In the video, we see hypothetical newspaper headlines that we would see if Trump wins a second term.
What happens after Donald Trump wins?
The video says, Trump wins, what's next for America? And in the background, one of the blurry headlines talks about creating a unified Reich. Actually, we see it multiple times within the video. The phrase unified Reich appears as a part of hypothetical news headlines that announce Trump's hypothetical victory in the 2024 election, with the narrator asking what happens after Donald Trump wins. Under a big headline that says, what's next for America, there is a smaller headline underneath that appears to read, industrial strength significantly increased, driven by the creation of a unified Reich. And the Biden-Harris rapid response team on Twitter pointed out that this ad is meant to foreshadow a second Trump term. They said Trump posts a new ad foreshadowing a second Trump term that says he will create a unified Reich, echoing Nazi Germany. The Biden-Harris team also put out another statement that I will read in a minute, but when Donald Trump was walking into his Manhattan courtroom today, he was actually asked about this ad.
Sir, why did you post that video about the unified Reich? How did that get on your website?
So of course, Donald Trump just walks away as the reporter asks him, "Sir, why did you post that video about a unified Reich?" But Hillary Clinton fired back on Twitter this morning by saying, "Take a look at grifter Hitler over here," with an image of the headline attached. The Biden-Harris campaign put out an official statement saying, "America, stop scrolling and pay attention. Donald Trump is not playing games. He is telling America exactly what he intends to do if he regains power. Rule as a dictator over a unified Reich. Parroting Mein Kampf while you warn of a bloodbath if you lose is the type of unhinged behavior you get from a guy who knows that democracy continues to reject his extreme vision of chaos, division, and violence," the statement from spokesperson James Singer read. I've even had Maga supporters echo Donald Trump's rhetoric, which is echoing Hitler's rhetoric to my face. I have heard Trump supporters say this, and young Trump supporters. Watch this clip of a Maga supporter telling me that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country and that only white men should be able to vote.
Founding fathers restricted voting rights for vast majorities of people, including women. The women didn't receive the right to vote until the 19th Amendment.
And then we fixed that.
I don't think that was a good thing.
You don't think so?
I don't think it was a good thing. I believe
The 19th Amendment?
Yeah, every person, women, men, black, white, whatever, has equal dignity under the law and before God. That doesn't mean they'll have the same roles and should have the same influence in a society.
So who should have influence in our society?
Christian leaders.
White Christian men. Interesting.
White Christian men.
I want to ask you, what issues are at the top of your mind heading into this election?
Immigration, 100%.
And what do you want to see Donald Trump do on day one to remedy the immigration
I
problem?
want him to become a day one dictator and kick all the illegals out.
Interesting. And why? What do you want to see him? Why do you want to see him do that?
Well, because these people who are coming here are not assimilating to our traditional American Anglo culture, and they are frankly ruining it. They're poisoning the blood of the country. I'm quoting Donald Trump.
So I want to ask you, Trump said he wants to be a day one dictator. Would you be okay with him extending that throughout the rest of his presidency?
No, I don't think so.
You did say you hated democracy, though.
Yeah, we're a constitutional republic.
We're a democratic republic.
No, we're not.
You don't think so?
No, we're a constitutional republic.
These two things aren't mutually exclusive. If you have mechanisms that allow people to vote representatives in, and those representatives vote for you, that is a representative democracy, right?
No, yeah, sure, but it's also a constitutional republic.
Yeah, they're not mutually
Think about
exclusive.
this, though. We have 2 senators for each state. Someone's vote in Wyoming is way more than someone's vote in New York, per se. So that's pretty much a constitutional republic by the book.
Well, those representatives are elected by the people, by us. We go out and we vote every November 7th or whatever, and we elect these people.
Yeah,
That's a representative democracy.
Yes, but when the Democrats referred to democracy, They say that everyone's vote has an equal say. They do. Everyone's vote does not have an equal
That's
say.
a direct democracy. There's different versions.
But that's the semantic game that they play.
So there we see young MAGA supporters embracing Donald Trump's fascistic rhetoric by saying they want a day one dictator, by saying only white Christian men should be able to vote, and that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. They're quoting Donald Trump, who is quoting Hitler. And this is just another example of a long pattern of Donald Trump praising Hitler. We learned in a 1990 report that Ivana Trump saw Hitler speeches on Donald Trump's nightstand. Donald Trump's chief of staff, John Kelly, claimed that Donald Trump keeps a list of things that he likes about Hitler. Any rational person would see all of this Hitler-esque rhetoric that Trump uses in public combined with all of the Hitler praise that happens behind the scenes and be able to understand that Trump has fascistic goals of his own. He is like a mini Hitler who enjoys having these massive crowds, who wants to deport over 11 million immigrants, who wants to end liberal democracy in America. If we look at Donald Trump's coup on January 6th, his actions leading up to January 6th, trying to pressure officials across the country into finding votes. He even tried to get Mike Pence to unilaterally certify the results of the election, even though Joe Biden was the rightful winner. If you take all of that and package it together, he is literally like a mini Hitler, as Hillary Clinton said. And then looking forward into the future, you can see Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation's plan for Donald Trump's second term, and see that they want to strip all of the agencies of their independency. They want to appoint tens of thousands of civil servants and essentially turn the entire government into something that works at the behest of Donald Trump and only Donald Trump. They want to consolidate power within the executive branch so Donald Trump could deport as many people as he wants and not have any backlash whatsoever. And it's scary because Donald Trump doesn't often learn from his mistakes, but he's clearly learned from his first term that he can't risk having people like Mike Pence in his cabinet who will go through with the peaceful transfer of power. He can't risk having people like Mark Meadows, like Bill Barr as the DOJ, or like Mark Milley. All of these people weren't loyal enough to Donald Trump. He is going to appoint strict loyalists who will go along with every one of his actions. If he wants to stop the peaceful transfer of power, he will make sure he has a vice president, he has a cabinet who will help him do that. And the Trump campaign left this ad up for almost 24 hours, even though the media started calling out these weird unified Reich phrases about an hour after it was posted. They didn't care for almost 24 hours until the mainstream media started to pick it up and they realized it could actually hurt our campaign if we're echoing the words of Hitler verbatim. MeidasTouch.com says, and cue the backpedaling. According to the AP, Trump spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt tried to distance Trump from the video. This was not a campaign video. It was created by a random account online and repeated by a staffer who clearly did not see the word while the president was in court. That might be even worse. The Biden campaign would never in a million years accidentally post a Hitler-esque video on their timeline. The Trump campaign is either completely incompetent, they're semi-fascist, or they're trying to post dog whistles to the Nazi Proud Boys in their audience. I think it's a little bit of all three, but the fact that it took them almost 24 hours to delete the post is scary itself. Either way, my name is Mockler. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment a blue heart if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, have a great day.